Looks like we're back. We're gonna see if we can actually beat the game this week. I think. We should be able to. 3 sessions, 3 hours each. I'm fairly certain we'll be able to knock it out. What did we do last? We did some more altered items. Yeah, finished up all Langston's requests. Janitor stuff, I think that was last. I don't remember. It was something. Got a lot more Threshold kids, which was great. Got a new outfit. It's a neat outfit, but I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I mean, yeah. No, we're doing golden suit tonight. I approve of the golden suit. Astral constructs, weapon forms. Need untapped and a lot of source to upgrade charge. What have we got? Ha! Hi, Lexi. Oh, yeah. We got a couple things. Snipers, mold hosts. We're gonna look for Tomasi. He's in the containment sector, huh? Okay. What's all this? I don't even look at you. Okay. Let's heal 3324, get rid of you. 13, 9, nope. 9, nope. Shield strength 51 to 58, yes, please. Get rid of you. Let's 16, 13, get rid of 13. 60, get rid of the 60. Alright, so no, 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 no. Yeah, what's this? 39 to 53. Nope, get rid of you. This is accuracy. I've already got a 27. This is trash. Okay. What do we got for Pierce? Let's see. No, nothing. Charge. Blast radius 82. We will equip that. Thank you very much. And we will delete that. The other one is something. Oh, what's this? 42. Projectile 62. Yeah, we're getting rid of you. Cool. So we're gonna go with our Old Faithfuls of Grip and Shatter. Yes, you in fact are. Containment sector. You wait until I get back to that game. There we go. I 100% said no. You're right. Containment turntable. Fast travel. Where's the turntable? Right in the middle. Alright. Go back to the ordinary AWE. Then we'll find Tomasi was the first boss we fought that ended up escaping and climbing up into the ceiling. So it wouldn't be bad to end that problem. I went back for you only to make sure that you were still captured too. It's important. Too late. Not playing that game. Listen to you. Dump's gonna get crazy too, I just know it. Huh. Look at this. Question mark, Chris.
There you are.
Switch from shatter. Oh, so it's just dropping all sorts of crap on me now. Okay. Alright, okay. I wonder if I can block and seize at the same time. And where's it spawning me back? Yeah, back here. Wonderful. That is money, I say, before I get punched in the face. Where's his node located? Research, central research. I want to do this. Oh. How are we all doing today? I know that feeling. Killed me. God damn it to hell. And there it goes. Wonderful. I'm always attempting the wrong approach to those things. Now let's go back to Tomasi. Well, you know, they'll try to fix things when it's important to ruin your day. Back to this. sounds perfectly awesome. So nothing spawned there, so I know something's gonna spawn in here now. It's usually one or the other, right?
There you are.
God damn it! I get too focused on those things flying around that I forget that he still throws things. And I was messing him up pretty good right there. I guess you just have to pelt him over and over again with just debris. Pull it a fucking Vader from Empire. It's very kind of you to say. I don't believe it, but it's very kind of you to say. Starting off with one of those nights. I'm not irritated yet. If I start getting irritated, I'll legit just do something different. But signing on and the first thing you do is start smacking your head against the wall over and over again. Yeah. Closer. No, I don't. This is the closest. No, I don't want you. Awesome. Alright. We're gonna go charge. Spin. Don't be too passive.
There you are.
guys are having fun watching me do this over and over again. Sure, most of my viewers just put me on in the background as they do something else. Spin was worthless. I know you are. Charge and shatter. See any nuisance that you had to go all the way back every time. Oh no, Friday one night, yeah, we'll do that one of these nights. Problem is we didn't do it last night, or last Friday, because some people didn't have the game, some people weren't available, and you need more than the normal amount of people to play that game. So yeah, one night. Just getting everyone together with all the resources available. Alright.
There you are.
I guess the Bureau should start looking for a new head of communications.
Jesus, that was tough. I see that. I'll pick it up in a second. Just... getting my bearings. May 4th, 2016. Event summary. A paranatural object appeared in a field outside the town of Sterling, Colorado, near a billboard advertising blank. No civilians were injured, though a family dog has been reported as missing since the event. Local authorities arrived on the scene and began issuing orders over a monitored line of communication, using several watchwords flagged by the Bureau, including blank. Bureau agents from the regional office were dispatched and arrived 2 hours after local police. The situation was contained and analysis began. Bureau research staff arrived the next day and examined the object. After blank days of evaluation, the object was lifted into an enclosed truck with built-in BlackRock panels and relocated to Bureau headquarters via the subway transit system leading into the oldest house. It's just a dodecahedron. This, we'll go, after we explore all this area, we'll go talk to Emily for more story. Good. Get over here, power. Like that. Ooh. Sterling supplement. May 4th, 2016. Local witnesses report a bright flash in the field at approximately blank. No noise accompanied the light. Authorities had assumed the object fell from the sky, but our examination found the object actually manifested there, vaporizing the soil around it in an intense spherical blank, which possibly explains the light seen from the town. The object is a hollow sphere made of a stone-like material. Structural analysis of the material does not blank on record. The sphere has a broken portion as if something blank from the object. The object has been inactive since arriving at the Bureau. The Communications Department officially stated to the press that the object was a small meteor, while also using the America Overnight program to blank. See episode 92. Note, this AWE will be studied in the containment sector until the spherical object is deemed safe to be transferred to the investigation sector. Let's say this is 92 right here.
You're listening to America Overnight, now in our 29th year, lifting the veil between fiction and reality. Thank you for staying up with us. I've been getting a lot of calls about this meteor in Sterling, Colorado. There were reports of a large spherical container that crash landed in a field outside town. Some government people reportedly took it away. Now, we happen to broadcast from Colorado, and Sterling isn't far. I drove down myself to check it out with members of the America Overnight team. I don't need to tell you, it wasn't long before we found pieces of metal debris scattered in a field. Listeners, this is yet another instance of an unidentified flying object, or UFO, entering our airspace and crashing. That the government took away the evidence under cover of darkness only compounds the fact that these are more than likely visitors from beyond our planet, or dare I say, solar system. Head on over to our website to see pictures of the spacecraft pieces we uncovered. And while you're doing that, our sponsors would like your ear. America Overnight will be right back.
Interesting. There's a piece missing. I don't see a piece missing. Major targets in the ritual division. Let's be a fool and do that again, shall we? Gone now, you fucking bitch. I wasn't even there. I just selected it as my mission. That's super annoying. Let's go talk to Emily about Tomasi. That's super annoying.
Find anything interesting? I took care of the Tomasi problem. Sorry, I forget he was a coworker.
Don't apologize. That wasn't the real Tomasi. He died when the hiss got him.
You're right.
I just didn't want to be insensitive. Sentimentality is a weakness in situations like these, Jesse. That's Bureau 101.
I don't think Emily's in danger of being called sentimental.
I should get going. Don't let me hold you up.
Ability points. Keep forgetting about that. Shield strength. Let's start getting some more energy. This is investigate the sector elevator. I think this is the main story, so who knows? Get rid of you. Launch energy cost. Not as good as what I have. A little less lower. That's definitely not that good. Period. I've already got a 5 for this. Alright.
Good luck out there.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. Reaching for her. Trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
What was that?
Darkness engulfed the elevator.
Alan Wake.
There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint. Reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss, so it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man. A man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark. Not unlike the hostile resonance. Waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Guess I'll have to play Alan Wake eventually. New sector. Sector.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
I was silly in thinking I'd be beating this game this week. No, this shit. Such a fool.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland. Here are our latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Agent Jonathan Connor, Researcher Ezra Cruz, Agent Caroline Dempsey, Lindsay Malcolm, Charles Murray, and Derek Shaw. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You will be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of reports exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. Well, hell. That's not good. Darling investigation. Compiled by Tim Spalter by order of William Kirkland, Head of Investigations. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Despite the accounts of Anonymous Blank regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained there. One blank confirmed the blank's code name to be blank, but all files pertaining to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the blank research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into blank research. Huh. Casey inquiry. To our Dennis from D. Gleason, possible lead on the Wake case. Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all of our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, IIEA, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason. Part of me wishes I would have played Alan Wake before this. Burrow Tractor, April 21st, 2019. Scene not acquired. Note, miscommunication led to a local coroner examining the body of William Burrow. Male, Caucasian. 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings. Blunt force injuries, head. Lacerations, left ear cheek. Blunt force injuries, extremities. Dislocation, right knee. Complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. Abdominal region. Complete avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidneys, and portions of the large and small intestine, all missing from scene. Conclusion: it is my opinion that Mr. Burrow's death is not the result of a mechanical accident, as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Resignation letter. Blank of blank, 2019. To whom it may concern. It's with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our blank, who has routinely ignored my requests for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the blank loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The blank has failed as agents. I shall never forgive him for that. Sincerely, William Kirkland. There's a creature in here, or an entity in here, that murdered all these people. He's probably talking about the director. Did, Trench just abandon these people? Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis. So yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirkland's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Best regards, Agent Grayson. So what happened here? Oh, wrong button. Sorry.
It's not working. Probably a loose power core somewhere.
Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE like you asked. I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morales desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of him there. Given their records, it is possible they've switched teams, like you suspected, but I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the Ordinary case, but that was just the adults, if I'm remembering the file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. In the meantime, you should send a team out here to cordon this place off, and maybe get the comms guys working on a cover story. Sincerely, Agent Keenum. Ethics investigation. Compiled by Patricia Lewis, Special Agent, by order of William Kirkland, Head of Investigations. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigation P. Blank was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program, blank, by the Federal Bureau of Control. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarming clear picture of systematic blank and blank. Blank were brought into the oldest house and placed under blank examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic blank of paranaturally inclined blank. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human blank. This investigation team unequivocally blank the Prime Candidate Program and recommends that it be blank immediately. Well then. Oh, tractor procedures. Bureau tractor, April 21st, seen not acquired. Item is not in Bureau custody, none known. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dried blood in the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized responses, or growls, and unmanned locomotion. Considered highly aggressive and dangerous. The item first came to the Bureau's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow's farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panic calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau Communications staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial searches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Whether these events are connected is currently unknown. A wild, sentient tractor. Alright, so I need a green for this. What if...
Now that gate should open.
What did that close over here? Nothing? Look at that certificate. Nothing. Trans official warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are ahead of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What did you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They are better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, they have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You are both failures, plotting against me. You are traitors, but the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy, Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, Director of the Federal Bureau of Control. Director Investigation. Compiled by Redacted. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, blank was launched into the blank of Director Zachariah Trench. A recent change in blank witnessed in Dr. Trench, including aggressive blank when blank with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting this issue rather than proving it. Notable blank between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous Bureau staff. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing, and the blank kept inside. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's blank as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. Yeah. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any blank and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Refer to file blank for full report. Underhill background. Right. Agent Lisa Keenum, external investigator. Dr. Rhea Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connections to paracriminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their time as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Huh. So they're a thing. Cauldron Lake update to Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. Third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our blank. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. Why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I've got a Bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on blank lake if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with investigations agents. It's only a matter of time before this blank hits again, and I won't want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Sincerely, Agent Estevez. Specimen escape assessment. The purpose of internal investigation X-397 is to examine the containment failure of specimen SI-1. that resulted in the deaths of blank agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the researchers' notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the blank of blank, the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressive blank. Cross-referencing that date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. 1. The air filters were changed, and 2. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Blank entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given their connection to the same AWE case, it is likely that Mrs. Blank's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape into the blank. Investigation is ongoing. All right. Save spot. How am I doing on constructs? All I need is some more source. I'm good.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Alright. The Blessed Organization, compiled by Agent Tim Spaulding, order of Remy Dennis, Chief Investigator. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the legal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. That's weird.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink. Ippus.
Endless. Darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen him.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
Well, I guess I'm playing that game
Thomas
next.
Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
What the fuck?
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change. Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC. Brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Okay. So... there was a letter in here. right here. Agent Grayson to Dennis. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the others who left after Kirkland quit. So Hartman turned into this thing, and then the Hiss took him.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Sorry we're loud, Mr. Mark. Keep it down, I swear.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
That's trippy. Slam boost, really? That's a new type of boost. Ground slam damage after launch hits. Oh, that's kind of cool. once I guess get more energy, I can get rid of this guy and use that slam instead. That's just trippy. Filing and processing.
The Hiss are already in here.
Foot gossip. Hello, my feet gossip at night and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me. That's unfortunate, huh? Themselves in here, huh? That wall in particular.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Hartman arrest. Offender. Hartman, Emil. Victim names: Wake, Allen, Anderson, Tor, Anderson, Odin, blank. Lane, Rudolph, DeSol, Windy, Emerson, Thomas, blank. Officer name: Dennis, Special Agent Remy. Charges: Code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals, 1 count. Code 8, sanctions against altered organizations, 1 count. Code 37, obstruction of Bureau investigation, 1 count. Code 74, breach of the Ash Act, 6 counts. Additional notes: offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility, and Wake, possibly deceased. Service tunnel. Just what I wanted. What the fuck? Aim a powerful light source in the darkness to destroy it.
Darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows. Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense. There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
Later, Lexi. Oh, I freed this plant from crap. Okay. That's not good. We got mold in here too? Check out the mold. I guess I got all the crap. It's probably one of those things where I have to come back. I already did it. That's not good. Should have heard him talk. I can get... Oh, Surge. Surge fires adhesive munitions that detonate when manually triggered or if their timer expires. Yes. Nope. Nope. Large enemies. Ground slam does 2 damage. Surge. I have no idea. Evade cost on dealing shield ability damage. Weapon reload after seizing enemy. We're getting a whole new set of mods. Cost 1 point to do? That's 2. That's 2, okay. Files and processing, Firebreak, Operations Center, active investigations. This will be one of the plants I have to talk to. Just cool. Switch. I like that. Let's see how long the timer is. Timer.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Oh, wonderful.
Resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone once seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
This shit's gonna go wild.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors, motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance, even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. Mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted, sometimes even the equipment. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go. All right, that was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have found a call. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God, What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
Interrogation complaint. Kirkland, so you put me on desk duty just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do? My job? Want to know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. And I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words, trying not to leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off this case will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people, all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I can get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. You can go ahead and put me on suspension. See if that slows me down. Agent Hewitt. Market. Compiled by David Gleason by order of Remy Dennis. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well genuine altered and paranatural materials, was raided in blank Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau's concern here is threefold. A. There is a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existence among a niche group of the general public. B. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. C. The motivations of these collectors are largely unknown.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody city, said the old way. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it. The air in here is getting bad. The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's no good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression. How can you tell when you are a fit? Kysyisin, saatan pääsään eroon. Lads of here have done standing up. Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants. All right, let's go make some new friends.
Actually select the mission. Shine light on the plants, okay. That's different. NASA Cooperation Review. Following the NASA-FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is made available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the costs accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA's recent launch of the Blank far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of black rock. From its medium Earth orbit, the Blank will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing AWE sites, a resource that could be lost if the partnership ends. It is the opinion of this committee that maintaining a cooperative relationship with our colleagues at NASA is of vital importance. Through that door. That wall, thank you very much. Eagle Limited Summary. May 25th, 2015, Bloomington, Illinois. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. The Shadow. Compiled by Ezra Cruz, investigative researcher by order of William Kirkland. Paranatural entity A-010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive blank consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localized manifestations of sentient blank, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies blanked by the Shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive, but do seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects, similar to Type B except that inanimate objects are blank, solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWA 35, which may imply a shared link into a blank intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive and defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for the eventuality of a blank.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. this abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry, against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
It's still going. Usually stops. What? I mean, you hear it. That's weird. Still going. Let's give her some juice. Oh, you fly. What? Hiss Ranger Airborne. Cabal Family Pope. This subgroup of Hiss corrupted Rangers has manifested the ability to levitate, similarly to Hiss elevated agents. However, these airborne Hiss Rangers display no telekinetic abilities and simply continue to use mundane Bureau weaponry. This evolution, being so similar to the elevated, possibly indicates the Hiss can share permutations through a type of network or perhaps osmosis. However, the fact that this development in Hiss Rangers has only been observed in the investigation sector may indicate that an environmental factor is responsible. They could be responding to an altered item or other paranatural element found only in that sector. Or perhaps this is the natural progression of the Hiss Ranger phenotype. Not enough time has passed to determine a conclusive trajectory of development for each of the Hiss manifestations, assuming any such trajectory exists. Well, that's super unfortunate. And that last thing just zipping along. I don't know what the hell that was. Now. Oh, I've got a new upgrade to Surge if I want. Okay. Where are we at? What are we doing? Mission. There's that. We're investigating this. We're going to clear out the investigation sector and then do the rest of his things. Unless we see them as we go. If we see them as we go, we'll take care of them.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
That's not good. Night Spring Screenplay, page 1. I'm gonna wait until we get all of those, then we're gonna read it. Background. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in Blank, Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent Blank abilities they may possess with the aim of shaping Blank to his own benefit, which has earned him a Class II paracriminal designation. Note, for more on the link between artists and their ability to blank reality through artistic mediums, see File Blank. Investigation has proven that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavors were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the Blank investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released Blank months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. Oh.
Brian Henneman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Henneman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a, a K, not an N, not night, like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I look smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could put it on my parents' basement, and maybe even go to college and get a film review like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
It's funny. Door appearance. Ocean View Motel observation report. An excursion into the Ocean View Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door featured a spiral-shaped marking, designation door blank. Similar to the other doors, it is locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and blank, contacted Agent Sean Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. For a full transcript, refer to file blank on blank 2017. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later that same day. Conclusion. Determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. Vending machine. Oh. June 11, 2017. Unknown. Testing in the investigation sector is currently ongoing. A vending machine, its front covered in faux wood panel, coin-operated buttons for selecting food products. The item generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, in its rows of internal trays. Initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Blank, Alberta after a resident named Muriel Blank called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as a way to raise residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. Looks like I need to get green items. Or green, power boxes.
Shit. Now what? What is that?
By ugly darkness.
Come on, elevator, time to go!
was desperate.
So you don't like the light? I can use that. Arcade machines. Shoom. Shim? Shoom. Whatever.
What is this? What the fuck is going on? Surge right now. Let's try and stick with what I'm good at. think it was a pawn shop. Oh, you're back. That's funny. Well, that was definitely interesting. We're gonna leave this. You just keep getting something new every time, something weird every time. Hello. I'm such a collector that I collected most of the stuff in here when it was still completely dark. I just couldn't wait. Really, Jesse?
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights.
Yeah.
It's not a crime to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Listen, this is being blown way out of proportion. All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman had been brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, I thought it'd be cool to get a copy of The Creator's Dilemma signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about...
We know what it is.
Okay, good. So yeah, I was just looking to fill out my Wake collection. I certainly didn't know Hartman had turned into some kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry, that kind of stuff. Don't come down on me like this. I made one mistake. I mean, I see people break the rules all the time and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning, Mr. Langston. But this is going on your record, so one more screw-up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
Great. That is just great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, is there any chance I could get my copy of The Creator's Dilemma back?
Get out.
You know what? Langston was creepy, but the more I've talked to him, the more he's funny. Speaking of creepy. Pushing to that, huh?
What are you doing in investigations?
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
Shit. Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right. Okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay. This Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't want to brag.
People are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day, we're still just wild animals, scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race, and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's just gonna talk forever.
Can't always make it home for mealtime, so I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet. She's very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She had a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment, and she gives Alfred his dinner if I'm not home. I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back Maria for Alfred's food. Okay. Oh, one more thing. And buy her a fruit arrangement. All right, done. Are you a cat person? I don't think I ever asked. You seem like one, though. You'd like Alfred. He's very proper. Really carries himself well, you know? I named him after my favorite poet. Felt like a good fit. I got Alfred just before Sylvia died when I was at the... You know, I don't really remember where I got Alfred from. But, boy, those two did not get along. Oh, no. Sylvia thought she owned the place. Didn't like me getting in her way. Scratched me more than once when I was just trying to move her food bowl. That cat was a real asshole.
Wow.
I'm realizing now that language was not
harsh.
entirely...
I can't stop listening to him. This is amazing.
You see, Sylvia didn't tolerate most people, or animals, or anything. And that's what I meant when I said asshole. I would never use that word about a person. It was just, hey, there's a light flashing on the console here. I got to, check this out. I'll get back to you later.
Real smooth, Langston.
Oh my god, that was so good. That was almost as good as Threshold Kids. That's how good that was. Weapon reload on shield ability kills. Evade cost of critical health. Launch speed on launch kills. Like, look at this shit. I'm gonna put this in instead of the launch energy cost. That's what I lost. Put it in the wrong slot. That is okay. God, that was so funny. So now we have some real special stuff. Select you, and then abandon you, and you. Yep. I'm never going to want it to. I'm not in there yet. I'm in investigation. Nope. That's good. Still not enough. Nope. Let's boost that up. What we got behind door number 1? It's a party. Alright, I think this is a good spot to stop for the night. We discovered an entirely new sector with an entirely new thing going on for it. And a whole different sub-story going on with Alan Wake. I didn't realize there was going to be that much. This just further drives me to play the Alan Wake game after this, since it's the same company that made both games, same developer. So obviously playing that game, even though that game is 10, 11 years old, it would still have stuff filled in, but that's there, not now. Now is this shit. I have no idea what's going on down here. I enjoy that I get more control, even though it's not directly related to Hiss. So it seems slightly disjointed that this is being thrown in, but I'm not going to say no, right? I'm not ready to leave this game just yet. But with that said, I think that's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night, same regular time, 6 p.m. Central, for another excursion into the investigation sector to see what the hell's going on here. As always, thanks for hanging out. I always enjoy your guys' company. It's really fun to play this with other people. You guys have a great evening, and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Take it easy.